everybody. On this episode of Cook's Nook, we have Rohit Prasad, the author of The Pilgrim, Inferno Redux, and he tells us all about his inspiration for his new book and his life on the Upper West Side. Check it out. Welcome to another episode of Cook's Nook, and we have a very special guest today, Rohit Prasad, and Rohit is the author of The Pilgrim Inferno Redux, which is such a cool book. You can find it on Amazon. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me for your interesting video chat. It looks a very good website and a good place for people to hang out and get to know about the Upper West Side.
Yes, exactly. Well, if you don't know Rohit, he is a banker by day and a cynical blogger and cartoonist by night. He was born and brought up in India, and after graduating from the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, and the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, he has worked for the international banks all over the world for 25 years, which is incredible. And he has met so many interesting people with compelling stories behind them and seen and experienced peculiar and beautiful things. He lives with his wife in the Upper West Side, and he has been selected in the top most influential authors of 2022. So thank you again for being here. Let's launch right into our questions and learn a little bit more about you and your book. So first of all, what is the story about?
So the story is about a person who goes on a journey, both mentally as well as physically, on the fateful day of 9/11. Coming out of the rubbles of Ground Zero, he's walking back home and he remembers 9 incidents of his life, each incident covering one of the 9 sins. I've sort of borrowed off Dante's Inferno, where each level of hell signifies a sin. So this person walks and remembers 9 events of his life, each signifying a sin. And at the end of his journey, he tries to learn from those sins, how to become a better person, how to become a better partner, how to become a better father. So that's a sort of journey of discovery for him. And I hope it's a journey of discovery for the readers also.
So how did you get the inspiration for the story?
It's interesting. I mean, every day you read the newspaper, you watch television. There's so much negative news. There's so much dark stuff out there. And what I felt was, can we learn from the dark stuff? Can we learn from the negative news? Does every cloud have a silver lining? So the book has a lot of, talks about 9 sins. Obviously, there's a lot of darkness in there, lots of negativity in there. But the person arises from that, learns from that, and becomes and improves himself, or tries to improve himself and tries to improve things around him. So that's inspiration. Can we not get bogged down by the negativity, but rather learn from that and become better because of those things?
Amazing. So tell me a little bit about the significance of the title, The Pilgrim.
So I will just show this is the cover of the book. This is the map of New York. So on the fateful day of 9/11, after he comes back out from one of the towers, he walks back from Ground Zero all the way up to his house in the Upper West Side, and he's lost in his thoughts. So he takes a sort of a circuitous route going back. I mean, he's not thinking straight, so he doesn't walk back in a straight line, but he takes a circuitous route going back. And while he's going back, he's remembering these 9 incidents. Every time he remembers one incident covering one of the sins, like greed or treachery or heresy. So that's the journey he takes on 9/11. Then every year on the date of 9/11, for the next 20 years, he takes the same route on 9/11 as a pilgrimage. So instead of going to one of the memorial services, he walks these 22 miles every year on the anniversary of 9/11. So it becomes a pilgrim, and he tries to remember this incident so that he can keep improving and learning from these incidents. So he becomes a pilgrim, and this is a pilgrimage. So that's the inspiration behind the name, the Pilgrim.
I love it. Amazing. So most debut books have an autobiographical bent. Is there a little bit of one in this book?
Uh, the last page of the book, I'm not giving away any secrets, but the last page of the book, after the book finishes, it says, "This book is not meant to be an autobiography. Some of the incidents have been inspired from events in the life of the author and people around him. The others have sprung from his imagination. The fun is in figuring out which is which."
So tell us a little bit about the illustrations. There are 15 illustrations in the book. What's that about?
So, I mean, as you gave my introduction, I'm a cartoonist by hobby. So I draw cartoons, I draw sketch. I have a blog where I post, and these are primarily political or satirical sketches. So that was, I would think, my premier skill. But after I wrote this book, I thought I mean, I should add illustrations or sketches in the book, because that as per me is my strength. So I then thought of and designed or created 11 illustrations or sketches, you might call them, or illustrations to go with the book, to sort of improve on the book, give them some color or depth, to well to sort of bring out some more features of the book. So it's got those 11 15 illustrations to give different texture to the story.
Got it. Amazing. So let's see, we've got some other questions here. So tell us a little bit more about your life in the Upper West Side. What are your favorite things to do?
So me and my wife, we moved here about 3 years back. Before this, we lived in the suburbs in New Jersey. We love being here. We love the Riverside Park. I think it's better than Central Park sometimes. There's some nice parts to it, and it's sort of a hidden secret for New York. It's more private compared to the Central Park. Apart from that, the lovely restaurants all across, I think, Columbus Avenue and Amsterdam Avenue are great to just sit, eat, and sort of people watch. It's a great place. I mean, some of the good shops, restaurants. You can walk up and down Broadway or walk up and down West End Avenue. It's a great place to be. And what I love is on the weekends I walk up Riverside Park, and on the way back I walk down on the waterfront or the boardwalk, which is next to the Hudson River. So it's a great place to be in, and a great place to sort of spend time and sort of chill. I mean, wind down and chill, and at the end of the day or on the weekends.
Amazing. Beautiful. Let me think. I had some other questions I wanted to ask you. Oh, so if somebody wants to find your book, where should they go? Is it in the library, or what do they need to do?
So it is not available in bookshops. It is only available online. So it's available on Amazon. Obviously, on Amazon, you can do both physical printout paperback or on Kindle. And it is also available on Google Play as well as Apple iBooks. So you can go on your iPad and order it straight away. Yeah, but it is not in any of the big bookshops, because this is only on electronic sales.
Sure. And if you happen to read Rohit's book, please write a nice review on Amazon so that other people can find it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've had some good reviews. I'm very happy that people have liked it. I obviously was apprehensive when I was putting it out there as to how people will react to it, but there's been some good reviews, and they've been reviews from people from Australia, UK, India, Singapore. So it's been heartening to see the reaction to the book.
I love it. Well, and it's New York centric, because this isn't around that tragic event, but it also has such an interesting bent. So thank you for sharing your story with us, and definitely check out Rohit's book. I'm putting the information below where you can easily download it. You can buy it. and share it with friends and family. So thank you again for being here. We're so glad to have you. And for all of you watching, we'll see you on the next episode of Cook's Nook. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks for watching this episode of Cook's Nook. Be sure to check out Rohit's book at the link above. And as always, reach out to us if you need any help with buying, selling, or investing in New York City. We'll see you next time.